The bed grows increasingly frigid each night as she lies there gazing at the vacant space where her husband once rested. His absence looms within the house, the ranch her life casting a profound shadow. The messages he dispatches, "Miss you, be back soon," carry a mechanical quality devoid of genuine emotion. She no longer makes the effort to respond. Loneliness creeps in, occupying voids she never imagined could feel so desolate. The stillness within the walls weighs heavily upon the soul. She drifts through her days, searching for the faintest echo of what happiness once was. The ranch unfolds before us, expansive and stunning, yet it now resembles a prison. She is beginning to frequent the stables with increasing regularity. At the stroke of midnight, he remains poised, commanding and serene, his dark coat glistening beneath the faint glow of the lights. Her husband had always cherished this horse, yet to her he was merely a creature confined to a stall until now. Her fingers glide through his mane, savoring the warmth radiating from his body. It calms a hidden ache within her, an ache she had not even recognized was there. Initially, her words come out as soft whispers, casual and unassuming. Yet as time unfolds, their dialogues begin to stretch into longer exchanges. As the clock strikes midnight, he remains attentive, his deep-set eyes unwavering and calm. She recounts the solitary nights, describing the way her husband once gazed at her, and how that gaze gradually diminished. Midnight possesses a certain aura that allows her to feel genuinely acknowledged, even comprehended. His warm breath against her skin sends a delightful shiver coursing through her. She presses her forehead to his, shutting her eyes, and inhaling deeply the scent of soil hay and an elusive hint of untamed essence. Deep down, she understands that this isn't normal, that it's not right, yet she remains indifferent because, after what seems like an eternity, she finally experiences the warmth of companionship. She stirs from sleep, her thoughts drifting to him rather than her husband. At the stroke of midnight, she recalls the warmth of his breath against her skin, the intensity of his gaze lingering on her as she turned to leave the night before. It was merely a fleeting instant, yet it lingers in her mind, causing her heart to race in a manner she struggles to comprehend, or perhaps is reluctant to acknowledge. She begins to concoct reasons to see him with increasing frequency. Initially, it's merely about the gentle act of brushing him, offering him food, and simply being in his presence. Yet before long, she finds herself sneaking out under the cover of night, quietly slipping into the stable when the world lies in stillness, and midnight remains ever-present, constant, resolute, simply biding its time. He refrains from inquiring about her whereabouts, offers no demands for explanations. He simply listens. This evening, the tempest howls beyond her walls, yet she remains unfazed. When she arrives at the stable, she has drenched her garments clinging to her body. Midnight stirs with an uneasy energy, sensing her emotions before they escape her lips. She inclines toward him, her fingers gliding along his sturdy neck. His warmth envelops her, driving the chill into retreat. She murmurs to him, her voice trembling. She confides in him secrets she has kept locked away, her sense of emptiness, the feeling of being overlooked, and the deep yearning for someone to truly recognize her. As the clock strikes midnight, he softly nudges her, his breath a warm whisper against her collarbone. Her fingers clasp his hand firmly, yet she remains rooted in place. A fragment of her being recognizes the boundary she is transgressing, yet as they stand there, their breaths synchronizing in a shared rhythm, she comes to the profound realization that she is unbothered by it all. For the first time in years, she experiences a sense of being desired, and she is unwilling to relinquish that feeling. She sets her phone aside, letting the messages fade into silence. Now she perceives her husband as an interruption, a mere distant echo of a life that no longer resonates with her. As the phone rings, she allows it to continue her mind, ensnared in thoughts of midnight. It transcends the confines of the stable now. Her yearning for him is so profound that it leaves her gasping for air. The idea of being near him, basking in his warmth, envelops her completely. She bides her time until the house falls silent, then ventures outside, her heart pounding with anticipation. This evening there exists no doubt. Her fingers glide across his form, tracing each defined contour of muscle. Underneath his sleek exterior, her murmurs transform into something entirely different, something perilous. Midnight draws nearer, his every motion harmonizing with hers. She inclines closer, their foreheads, touching her breath unsteady. She understands what this is now. It transcends mere comfort or solitude. Now she has fallen in love. The revelation does not instill fear within her. Rather, it ignites a thrill of anticipation. She allows it to consume her, occupying the voids within that her husband once filled. The ranch hand feels his gaze follow her a moment too long as she departs the stable. Hair tousled from sleep cheeks, aglow with a rosy hue. He remains silent, yet words are unnecessary. The atmosphere is thick with an unarticulated tension, an undeniable presence that demands attention. She understands that she ought to halt that fear, should grip her in light of the unfolding events, yet she remains untroubled. She has never experienced such a profound sense of vitality. Her husband's home, yet he feels an odd disconnection, as if he were a stranger in a space she has long since outgrown. He leans in for a kiss, but she deftly turns away, evading his lips at the last moment. His touch feels misplaced, as if it were never meant to be. She recoils instinctively, retreating a step before her mind catches up with her body. His gaze deepens with an inscrutable emotion as he observes her. Now he observes details that had previously escaped his notice, how she quietly departs at odd times, how she lingers in the stable long after the others have retreated indoors, how her gaze rarely meets his these days. Then the ranch hand utters a single piercing sentence. She's always with him. The clash is inevitable. In the dim light of the stable, her husband discovers her lingering near midnight, murmuring softly into the shadows. His voice slices through the silence with precision, a sharp edge. "What on earth are you up to?" She pivots gradually, locking eyes with him, unwavering in her resolve. There's no use in deception. He's already aware. He was present in your absence. The words struck her with the force of a sudden blow. He gazes, the shock of disbelief morphing into a simmering rage. Midnight feels the palpable tension, his muscles coiling beneath his skin. The atmosphere crackles with an unsettling energy, a sense of peril lurking just beneath the surface. The ensuing moments dissolve into a haze, cries pierce the air, and movement erupts unexpectedly. Midnight recoils. Her husband seizes her arm, drawing her back. She falters, gasping, ensnared in, two men positioned before her, and in an instant it all comes to an end. The stroke of midnight has passed, and with it she finds herself bereft, her heart heavy with the weight of unspoken farewells stolen away before she could utter a single word of parting. In a dimly lit motel room, she sits in solitude, her gaze fixed on the screen of her phone. A parting message from her husband illuminates the display. "I don't know who you are anymore." She releases a tremulous breath, her fingers poised above the keyboard, yet words elude her because he is indeed correct.